It's a lovely morning in Cannes, and we're just going to start the airplane to fly up to St Moritz in the Alpine Mountains. And one of the great things, of course, about the Super Legacy is the fact that you just switch it on and off you go, and that's with the real benefit of the Garmin avionics. Whereas the Honeywell system in the NGX takes a little bit of time to set up. But the advantage is here that we've already got the flight plan keyed into the iPad. We just get the engine going, put the fuel in as soon as they get up to about 13-14 ng. Watch the temperatures rise steadily. Fuel flow is 100 pounds an hour, so nothing going wrong there. And just go through the 3 stages of ignition. So we see the propeller RPM start to increase, and that should stabilise at about 1,200 RPM, 400, 500. Quite a cold day. You'll see our temperature warning is flashing because the temperature is it's cold. So actually 1 degree is the outside air temperature according to this, and there we are at 1,100 RPM. We can now bring in all the avionics. And CAN Ground 2 Flight Tango is stand line taxi.
Runway, do you prefer last wind 35, 0 degrees 2 knots at threshold 17 and threshold 35, 340
Warning,
degrees.
autopilot, trim.
We'd like to take runway 17 Yankee Tango.
2 Yankee Tango, taxi holding point Alpha 1.
Alpha 1 to runway 17 Yankee Tango. Brakes now off.
Check my side. Okay, have control.
Brakes check this side.
Okay, I have control.
Checks complete. And, we've got Captain de Blasi flying the aircraft today.
Briefing is takeoff runway 17. It's short field takeoff with flap 30. It's going to be full power on the brake. And then sequence after liftoff is flap, gear flap. In case of emergency, before rotate we stop on the runway, and after rotate is straight ahead, probably wet feet, and if we about 1,000 feet we can U-turn back to the runway. We've got the MOR lever here just in case, and to feather the propeller I need to get the fuel here and ready now.
And 2 Flight Tangos, Alpha 1 and ready for departure.
2 Fox Lima Yankee Tango line up 17, clear for takeoff, wind 35.
So we've got a 4 knot tailwind, no big deal. Course is clear. And what we're going to do basically, we will hold it on the brakes just to demonstrate this short field takeoff. And it's going to be, we're going to get airborne about 17 knots. And as we're airborne, we bring up the first stage and the second stage of flap. Accelerate, then the winds. Holding the brakes now. 3, 2, 1. Full power we have. Brake trims. And we're now passing 50 knots. 60, 70. And airborne. That's come up 1 stage. So we got airborne there before the intermediate taxiway, and we're now climbing out at 90 knots on this beautiful sunny morning over the Bay of Cannes, heading up to St Moritz. So this morning is just so beautiful, there's absolutely no cloud. We're just crossing the southern Alpes Maritimes into the plateau, onto the Italian plateau, Torino and Milan. So we can just see there's some snow on the ground, and a very, very beautiful day to fly. Nice and clear up here, but see that as we pass over Milan, quite a bank of fog down there. The controller just mentioned that they've got low visibility procedures in operation at Malpensa. We're now about 35 minutes away, and we're now probably about 25 minutes from Arden. So we're just going to ask the Italians if we can have a steady descent before we enter Swiss airspace, and then cancel our IFR flight plan and head up further east to St Moritz. I know it's the Super Legacy 2 Fly Tango. We're requesting steady descent when available, please.
2 Fox Lima Yankee Tango, Milano, Roger, standby.
He's now talking to his Swiss chum. He'll be trying to coordinate a descent, probably initially down to maybe...
2 Fox Lima Yankee Tango, Milano, what will be your best level over Abisi?
What we'd like to do is descend to like 160 at Abasi and cancel IFR with Swiss radar. If you could coordinate that, that would be good.
Okay, stand by.
He's now checking that out with the Swiss radar controller, and hopefully we'll be able to cancel our IFR routing so that we can proceed direct to the St Moritz Valley, which might have a little bit of cloud overhead, but according to St Moritz, the weather is the cloud is 5,000 feet above the airport. Get into the valley before we get down there, that would be useful.
Tango, descent flight level 210.
Let's descend down to flight level 210, 2 flight tank. We set the pressurization to 6,000 feet, 500 feet above sea level. 500 feet above the airport level. Steadily reduce the power. Needle is approaching again. Bobby pole. Descending at about 1,000 feet. Nice view of Lugano on the left there.
2 Fox Lima Yankee Tango, contact Milano 126750 for further descent. Ciao.
126750 for lower, Yankee Tango. Bye-bye.
Ciao, 2 Fox Lima Yankee Tango, identified, proceed direct to Samaden, descend to flight level 1, correction, 180.
Now turning direct to Samaden and flight level 180, 2 flight tango. Declared direct to the airport. So the autopilot's now gone off and we're commencing our descent into Samaden. We'll be starting to bring this...
Runway 03 in use now.
03 Yankee Tango. Just cancelled IFR. We're going to descend down to 13,000 feet. We'll be bringing the speed back shortly to the wheels down nice and early.
Code for gear down, please.
Speed coming down to 176, so the gear is going down. And that 176 knots in this aircraft is our maximum speed to move the gear down. But once we've got it locked down, we can actually increase the speed again if we should so wish. And we now have 3 green lights indicating all 3 wheels are down. Town of St Moritz, and there's the airport. About 1,500 feet above the runway. Pretty good now for the second stage of flap. Wind here is showing us about 12 knots. Forecast on the ground is calm. Speed 110.
500.
Landing checks, pressurization is good. Your damper can go off. We have got 3 greens. 90 knots on the donut.
Flight Tango, welcome to Maiden, right, is Marshall there?
Right, turn to the thank you, Yankee Tango.